don't have anything here for me either.
Well, here I am, but I'm not the one. I don't want to be the guy on.
Well, I don't know what you're looking for, but you're fixing to be on Facebook.
Well, good evening.
You're on Facebook now.
Well, shucks.
Okay, Ace, hit it.
All right.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Dallas Songwriter Association Musical Extravaganza. Well, actually, not beyond just being a musical extravaganza, we decided that it was something different. A pretty darn good Opry on Zoom. Well, welcome to our party. We hope to make you smile. At least forget your problems for a while. You don't need to leave your laptop or even leave the room at the pretty darn good Opry on Zoom. We're the pretty darn good Opry on Zoom. We'll play for you like we're sitting in your room. So sip the beverage of your choice and listen to the voice of the pretty darn good Opry on Zoom. Well, what a cast of characters we have for you online. Pretty soon we'll have you feeling fine. With bits of Texas wisdom, we'll banish doom from gloom like the pretty darn good Opry on Zoom. We're the pretty darn good Opry on Zoom. We'll play for you like we're sitting in your room. So sip the beverage of your choice and listen to the voice of the pretty darn good Opry on Zoom. So listen to the choice and take the beverage of your choice for the pretty darn good Opry on Zoom. Well, welcome. We hope this little extravaganza finds you well and happy and all kinds of good stuff. I have to see now. Excellent. We have the list. See, it's very important to have the list because you never actually know until you see the list. So anyway, I'm Ace Pounder. That's our theme song. So I'll start it off and pass it on. We just have 4 people on tonight, but you never know who's going to come wandering by. So but as if we don't have enough crazed talent here, the next person I'm going to give you is Mr. Harry Hewlett. Let's see. No, this thing isn't... Okay, good. Somebody...
All right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Dallas Songwriters Association's pretty darn good Opry on Zoom, man. That was Ace Pounder. He's our host tonight, and he's playing that song. That song's going to make him popular one of these days. So I'll start off with this little song. It goes like this. One little drink, it'll warm you up. One more, it's one too much. It looks like water, it has no taste. Cross your eyes, fall on your face. There's never been no stronger stuff. 190's proof enough. You better read that label, the warning's clear. When you get drunk, don't get drunk on Everclear. It'll melt your cup, your plastic spoon. Strike a match, it goes boom. When you wake up down on the floor, it'll melt your name off your front door. There's never been no stronger stuff. 109 is proof enough. You better read that label, the warning's clear. When you get drunk, don't get drunk on Everclear. There's never been no stronger stuff. 109 is proof enough. You better read that label, the warning's clear. When you get drunk, don't get drunk on Everclear. She took my house, she took my car, she took my job, my old guitar. She took my dog, I can't remember its name. Purple Jesus on my brain. There's never been no stronger stuff. 109 is proof enough. You better read that label, the warning clear. When you get drunk, don't get drunk on Everclear. Your life will suck if you get drunk on Everclear. Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug. This has been a public service announcement. Thank you very much.
Mr. Harry Hewlett, and I can tell you from personal experience that he is not exaggerating. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bill Martin.
Wow, that was fast. You guys switched over very quickly. Well, since there's only 4 of us, that probably means there are tens of people watching us. And so those that are probably interested in seeing how they can get on and what they need to do. And I'm just going to do a quick tutorial. You buy a Focusrite interface or another brand, and it plugs into the back of your computer. And then you plug your microphone into the input in the front. I have 2 inputs. I'm only using one today. Those 2 inputs can be for guitar or for the microphone. I'm using an input for the microphone, and it will pick up my voice and my guitar. And after I've said all that, y'all, come on. I'd like to see more of you. Okay, you guys have heard me noodling around with this song a lot, and so thanks for your patience. I'm going to noodle around with it some more. It's a project in process. Just because I hold you in my arms and want you night and day. Just because I want you each and every way. You're all of the reasons that I've understood. Some of them bad and some of them very good. What did you think as you gazed into my eyes? Didn't your doubts and your worries arise? Well, I know my heart and I know that it's true, 'cause I were into, but I still want you. Now isn't that love? Isn't that love? Just because I gaze into your eyes from only inches away. Just because I tell you that I need you in each and every day. For all of the reasons that I've ever had, some of them good and some of them very bad. What did you think as you gazed into the years? Wasn't it worth all the work and the tears? Well, I've lived my life and I've seen that it's gone, and I'm so very blessed past, and you still turn me on. Yeah, you know my heart, and you know that it's true. 'Cause I worried too, but I still want you. Now isn't that love? Isn't that love?
All right. I like that, Bill.
Well, thanks. I made a couple of phrasing mistakes and flubbed, but you know you got to play poker in these things. But
Great,
yeah, how's it coming along?
It's built on great changes, so you are on
Yeah.
your way.
I'm real pleased with the changes. I'm still, trying to tweak the words out.
Yeah, oh, it's cool. All right, let's go to Mr. Keith Dodson. If I know, I still can't do it.
I got it. There you go, Keith.
All right. I saw him in the morning down in Reynolds Square, playing his flute for the people gathered there. Nothing really fancy, twinkle, twinkle, little star, and 3 blind mice for some tips in his jar. Now this old man, he was a sight to see. He looked like famous Amos sitting under the trees on an old park bench in the morning till noon, throwing popcorn to the pigeons in between each tune. He's got his sheet music on an old folding stand. It's just all him, he ain't got no band. Some of the tourists seem to laugh at his art. Well, he's not a virtuoso, but he plays from his heart. I laid down $2, my change from breakfast. He said, "Where you from?" I said, "I'm from Texas." Then he asked, "Is this your first time here?" I said, "No, I come to see you about twice a year." Well, that ain't exactly true. I go there to see my daughter and watch them big ships a-floating down on the water. I go to Leopold's for ice cream if I can, but it really warms my heart when I see the old man. If you're ever in Savannah, check out the tourist scene. If your doctor will let you, go eat with Paula Dean. Go to the museums and the clubs if you dare, but be sure to see the old man playing flute in Reynolds Square.
That's lovely. That's lovely.
Thank you.
That's Savannah, Georgia?
Savannah, Georgia.
Oh, that's supposed to be a beautiful place.
It is a beautiful town. And be sure to check out Reynolds Square.
All right.
I don't know if that gentleman is still alive, but I played that down at Cafe Bohemia last week, and they said, "What was the guy's name?" I said, I never asked. I'm terrible that way.
Oh, God. All right, well, somebody, there we go. There's me. I don't have control of this tonight, so despite being the host, I am not in control of the audio or video, but so someone is doing it just fine, so. All right, now, in my tradition of playing stuff that I just wrote, sometimes it gets played again, sometimes not. This I wrote, I got some sad news this week. An old friend of mine, a guy from freshman year of college, passed away, and he was a fine person. I knew him in school, and then we lived together in New York City for a little while, and stayed friends. I was friends with his whole family, so it was sad news. But anyway, his name was Andy Brennan. And to understand this song, you have to, first of all, let me tell you about Andy. Andy was very much involved in Irish culture. He saw himself as a proud Irishman, and in fact, introduced me to Tullamore Dew. So he was a good, ambassador for Irish culture. And he was very fond of the music, all the great songs, the Irish songs, and particularly the classic "Brennan on the Moor." Him being Andy Brennan, he thought that was a great song. Well, he was in a class that was involved with Shakespeare, and Andy decided to write a song about the play Othello and call it "Brennan on the Moor," which we all thought was absolutely hilarious. So I have commemorated this writing for this song in memory of Andy, who is quite a guy. Let me tell you a tale about a man. Andy Brennan was his name. He lived in White Plains, New York, but that's not where he found fame. It was back in the early 70s in Annapolis by the shore, where he wrote his mighty opus, Brennan on the Moor, Brennan on the Moor, Brennan on the Moor. His name was Andy Brennan, and he wrote Brennan on the Moor. He wrote about Iago and Desdemona too. His study of Othello tore your heart from you, and when it came to name it, Andy knew the score. He called his cosmic masterpiece Brennan on the Moor, Brennan on the Moor, Brennan on the Moor. His name was Andy Brennan. He wrote Brennan on the Moor. Brennan on the Moor, Brennan on the Moor. His name was Andy Brennan, and he wrote Brennan on the Moor. That's my friend Andy. May he be remembered by his friends. And now, speaking of friends, we go to Mr. the man they call Mr. Harry Hewlett. That is his name, in fact. There he is.
Okie dokie. Thank you very much. Hey, I like that song. Tell you what, we're losing those old friends every day now, it seems like, we're every day's a gift, after a while. So sorry about that. It's called A Lady of White Rock Lake. It goes like this. Lother Road was dark and crooked. Moon was in the trees. I saw her in my headlights. She was looking straight at me. I stopped to try and help her, do anything I could do. Her sheer white dress was dripping wet. Moss was on her shoes. Have you heard the about that haunted place. Story of a girl they call the lady of White Rock Lake. She said, my boat turned over. Give me a ride, sir, if you will. I live with my father up on top of T.P. Hill. Her voice began to falter. I helped her with the door. Halfway to the top was just a puddle on the floor. Have you heard the story about that haunted place? Story of a girl they call the lady of White Rock Lake. At the top I saw a mansion. A man was standing there. I told him what had happened and the cold chill filled the air. He said, son, I had a daughter. Is this some kind of joke? You're the third guy to say he's seen her since she drowned 3 weeks ago. Have you heard the story about that haunted place? Story of a girl they call the lady of White Rock Lake. This story is a strange one. Some facts that just don't jive. No girl has drowned in White Rock Lake since 1945. I googled up that spot exactly where she said she lived. Ain't nothing but a playground up on top of T.P. Hill. True story. Thank you very much.
That's a great song. That is a great song. No, that's wonderful, man. That's a great song. And speaking of great songs, we have Mr. Bill Martin coming up. The silent Mr. Bill Martin.
My non-professionalism just, oh my goodness gracious. I had such a great rap. You guys didn't hear any of it. I saw Leo Kottke open for Foghat a long time ago, and he was my introduction to open tuning. So I went home and started noodling around, and I came up with the G-style tuning. Now this is the G-style tuning, but it's the one that I've been using for the last month or so. You know, dropped down a full step and a half below the G-style. But this was the first little thing I came up with, and I don't guess it was ever really exactly arranged, structured, but I think it pretty much went up like this. Hopefully it'll go the way I think it's supposed to go. Something sounds out. Y'all, I thought I had it, but let me see. It was ever so sharp.
Yo, Leo Kottke says those things are just an opinion.
Well, if he can say it, then by golly, he's right.
Did you have lyrics for it?
No, I don't even have a melody. It's just.
No, it's wonderful. Yeah.
That's gonna be a good song.
Oh, does it need to be?
No, it's a groove. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
I'm glad you guys like it, but yeah, it never occurred to me what I would. I mean, I've used kind of like those chord progressions to, that was like the in its infancy. I got a lot of other ideas that came from that general gist that have words and everything, but that one never had any.
No, it's nice, man.
All right.
Let's see. So we go from one form of magnificence to another. Mr. Keith Dodson, speaking of magnificence,
Right.
the man of Carrollton, Texas, the king of Carrollton, Texas, he's known widely. The Texas tuner also. Or was that tuna?
Well, if you go to a Leo Kottke concert, mainly you watch him tune. That's what he does on stage. And tells hilarious, dry wit stories. All right. An old friend of mine named Pete said, "Why don't you come over to eat? We'll have roasting taters and some fried green tomatoes, and there's someone we'd like you to meet. You'll find that she's warm and she's vital. He never proved that she was homicidal. Now he's off of probation, got a standing ovation at her musical saw recital. Sorry, Pete. You see, I'm having my goldfish declawed, and my toaster's coming back from abroad. Gotta find a new mate for my slug, and I sure need to rewind my rug. Gotta get some new cleats for my bed, and I just heard Abe Lincoln is dead. Maybe next time, old lady, my regards to the lady. It's not that I think that she's flawed, I'm just having my goldfish declawed." Another friend of mine named Ray got evicted for failure to pay. I'm moving tomorrow. Do you think I could borrow your truck? Could you help me all day? My stuff's thrown out on the veranda, and I need help to lift the piano. Well, it's not all that heavy, it won't fit in my Chevy. Could you drive me to South Louisiana? Well, sorry, Ray. You see, I'm having my goldfish declawed, and my toaster's coming back from abroad. Gotta find a new mate for my slug, and I sure need to rewind my rug. Gotta get some new cleats for my bed. It's a shame that Abe Lincoln is dead, and some old misdemeanors came back from the cleaners. Your future success I'll applaud, but now I'm having my goldfish declawed. Now a stranger called me up, name of Destin, an opportunity that I should invest in. It's really great news, you surely can't lose. I'm speaking tonight at the Westin. You can't believe this deal's renowned, and I ain't asking for that much money down. But you'll find that it's best if more you invest. Guaranteed it's the best deal in town. Sorry, Destin. You see, I'm having my goldfish declawed, and my toaster's coming back from abroad. Gotta find a new mate for my slug, and I sure need to rewind my rug. Gotta get some new cleats for my bed. Can't believe that Abe Lincoln is dead. Now my checkbook's in hock at the place down the block. Not saying that you're trying to defraud. I'm just having my goldfish declawed. Tomorrow I'm having my goldfish declawed. And I decided to modulate for the last verse and chorus, and
Yeah, that was pretty fancy there.
I can't remember the. I'm struggling with the new chord progression.
Well, I ended up trying to follow you there, and had only some success. So. But thank you. Yes, that a whole nother excuse to pull out. Ah, sorry, goldfish to flying. You know how it is, man. And that's the thing, is when people say, you know how it is, almost inevitably you don't. It's something so obscure that you have no concept of what they're talking about, but nonetheless it sounds convivial. So, all right, this I pulled out. I haven't played this in a long time, but it's the song I wrote called Real Music made me think of this song, and so I'm going to play this tonight and see what it sounds like. Now that I am getting on, I've learned, as the old folks say, it's not about the money. Life is playing for the day, playing for the day. Playing for the joy of living. How can we keep on giving to our neighbors and our friends? Playing for the day. Playing grateful for creation, from a well of celebration flowing deep where we begin. Music is meditation. Music is prayer. Music is community floating in the air. It brings us all together. It frees us all to say our music is the message. We're just playing for the day, playing for the day. Playing for the day. Playing just to be together, for the sake of one another. Mingle the singing of your souls, playing of the day. Playing unself-conscious freedom. Find your voice and please come join in and be whole. They're playing for the day. I just, so I'd like to write about what it is that we do when we go out there and just play for people. It's not, not to be insanely famous just because it's out of love, And speaking of love, how's that for a segue? Mr. A man loved throughout the known universe, Mr. Harry Hewlett.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank for them kind words. I'll play this song here for you. Actually, I dedicate this song every time I play it to Bobby Montgomery, because he's the only one that ever said he really likes it. So it goes like this. First time she kissed him, best looking guy she'd ever seen. He said he would never leave her. She was eager to believe. He left her for another. She took him back again. Little did she know how that first love would end. Two-timed again. Two-timed again. That's how a heartache begins. Two-timed again. Two-timed again. It happened. Her her heart was broken. Then it happened again. Next time she saw him, it was no different than before. There he was, knocking on her door. I'll spare you all the details. It really is a sin, the way that same fella broke her heart again. Two-timed again. Two-timed again. That's how a heartache begins. Two-timed again. Two-timed again. It happened. Her heart was broken. Then it happened again. There is no happy ending, but with luck her heart will heal. Two-timed again. Two-timed again. That's how a heartache begins. Two-timed again. Two-timed again. It happened. Her heart was broken. Then it happened again. Then it happened again.
That is the damn saddest song, I must say.
Yeah, it's a sad
And I like
song.
that song too, Harry.
It's a
Yeah,
great,
count me in as me too.
it's a great song. But
Bobby likes it.
Yeah.
That's about as 1960ish as you can get, though. That's that all those old chords. You know, that's the way they used to play them songs.
yeah, yeah,
Well, I've always liked that song. You delivered it so eloquently.
yeah.
Well, thank you. God bless you.
Well, thank you. Oh,
A man who
it's,
needs no introduction.
oh yeah, hi there. I'm really not sure what this song is about, but you guys have heard me do it. Same tuning. Somehow I knew it was wrong, but Lord God, I tried and I failed. It's bringing me down. We didn't last very long. Our feelings were strong and unveiled. It's bringing me down. Lovers lost in time. Where's my lady? What was my lady, was she ever mine? But she didn't know, and neither did I. She didn't know.
That's so pretty. Bill, is that your alternate tuning, your G or whatever it was?
Yes.
That's so nice. Yeah.
I love
Yes.
that. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Very thoughtful. Very thoughtful.
Thanks.
And speaking of thoughtful, here's a thoughtful fellow, Mr. KD, as he's known to his many admirers.
Hopefully I'm in better tune this time. And there's no modulations here, at least not intentional. So here we go. She stood there on the beach, her eyes were focused out to sea. She had something on her mind, I wasn't sure if it was me. I asked her what was wrong, dear, she said don't know how to go. The horizon is hazy, there's so much we don't know. She said, babe, we gotta look toward our future. Gotta search beyond the distance we can see. I said the present's where we're at, we can't be ignoring that. Instead of the horizon, wish she had her eyes on me. How can you just stand there and not feel the same way? How will we get along then with our meager pay? Can we handle anger when we may disagree? Do we want to have children and how many will there be? She said, babe, we gotta look toward our future. Gotta search beyond the distance we can see. I said the present's where we're at, we can't be ignoring that. Instead of the horizon, wish she had her eyes on me. I said, just like a shipwreck when abandoning your craft, don't let yourself sink down while you're looking for a raft. It's true we need to have our goals to guide us on our way, but we gotta make it through the now to get in that day. She said, babe, we gotta look toward our future. Gotta search beyond the distance we can see. I said the present's where we're at, can't be ignoring that. Instead of the horizon, wish she had her eyes on me. Wish she had her eyes on me. Wish she had her eyes on me.
A man with a great view of life. How's that for a segue?
Oh, great.
Thank you, sir. Oh, and there's me, son of a gun. All right, well, I was going to do something else, and I'll do that in a minute, but, Harry was mentioning that a song that Bobby likes. Well, I wrote this song in honor of Bobby because we both love Texas waltz. And so this is called Just Another Waltz for Texas. Just another waltz for Texas. Just another twirl around the floor. Just another waltz for Texas. You know there's always time for one more. The click of the heels scrapes the polished wood floors as sweeping bright skirts catch the eye. Our hearts fill the room with a crescendo of love that drifts across the broad Texas sky. We'll keep our heads up as we move to the music and gaze into each other's eyes. Just another waltz for Texas. Just another twirl around the floor. Just another waltz for Texas. You know there's always time for one more. When the rhythm of the music seems to sweep up your heart and sweet harmonies jump and fall. Let's extend this night just a little bit longer. Another waltz around Texas, y'all. We'll keep our heads up as we move to the music and look at the love in us all. Just another waltz for Texas. Just another twirl around the floor. Just another waltz for Texas. You know there's always time for one more. There. For Texas and for Bobby, for that matter.
Great song.
Oh, thank you, sir.
You know, I don't think I have a waltz. I can't remember. I'm sure I wrote a waltz, but I don't know. Maybe something in 6/8 time or something. Before I forget, I don't know if y'all have had a chance to listen to Eric Ramsey's hour that he did with Barb. You know, we recorded him last Tuesday. Actually, we did it on Monday, but it posted on Tuesday. Last night, I guess. The Songwriter Spotlight, Eric Ramsey, and Barb interviews him and talks about it, his life and all that kind of stuff. And he plays 6 or 7 songs. His last song was a song called Funeral in Wichita. And boy, it just knocked me out of my chair. If y'all get a chance, get on Facebook, or it's recorded on YouTube, and look up that last Songwriter Spotlight that we did, and go listen to that last song. I think it's going to be a great one. I think it might have been the first time he's, huh?
It's really touching, yeah.
Yeah, you heard it. Okay, I think didn't he say it was the first time he's played it live or something like that?
Well, he said that, but I remember hearing it before. Maybe he submitted it to the.
It might have been submitted, but he said he's still fleshing it out, and still working on it. But it's going to be a great song, I think. I hope he enters it in the contest. Okay, here we go. Play a song. I met that little yellow rose way down in Texas, don't you know? But Rosie never did a thing for me. 'Cause Texas has another flower. I think about her every hour. Her beauty's fresher than the morning breeze. So take me up just south of Lubbock to that place where we both grew up. She's the prettiest flower I've ever seen. I'm talking about Tohoka Daisy. She's the one who drives me crazy. Tohoka Daisy, you're the gal for me. Tohoka Daisy, I love you. Tohoka Daisy, I'll be true. And like that little blossom, purple and gold, I know our love will always grow. Tohoka Daisy, you're so sweet. You've got me on my knee. Tohoka Daisy, you're the lady, and will you marry me? I said I met that little yellow rose, blue bonnet with her turned up nose. She didn't do a thing for me. 'Cause Texas has another flower. I think about her every hour and all the ways that she knows how to please. So drop me off just south of Lubbock. All my exes you can call up. She's the prettiest flower I've ever seen. I'm talking about Tohoka Daisy. She's the one who drives me crazy. Tohoka Daisy, you're the gal for me. Tohoka Daisy, you're the lady, and will you marry me? Tohoka Daisy, the love song right there.
You need your Tohoka Lake backdrop for that one.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
I forgot. Anyway,
But that's still the closest I think we've ever gotten to a full yodel on our show. So that's
was I yodeling?
close enough for rock and roll, man. Closer than me. I do, the homesick blues. And, I can never do the yodel. So, but speaking of a man who can do just about anything, Mr. Bill Martin.
Well, I can't work on a car. I can't. Well, there's a lot of things I can't do, but thank you, Ace. It's very, very, very interesting remark. I don't know. Well, I'm just going to let it go to my head. Thanks. Barbie likes this song. You got something to live for. Guaranteed love and a good life in store. I've got nothing to live for without the love from the girl I adore. Am I lying? Is this true? Can't you tell how I feel for you? Bloodshot eyes can't hide the way I feel. Mindless speeches can't reveal what I would like to say to you. Things I could give to you and only you. I love you and only you. I love you.
Beautiful.
Yeah, lovely, lovely. All the way to the last chord. Nice, nice, nice. You're in a you must be in a great mood today. You seem really wonderfully relaxed, and it seeps into the music. It's great.
Wow, that's great.
It's the
That's
shirt.
great.
It's a
yes,
shirt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. This was picked out spontaneously. I just grabbed a shirt. I worked today. I was mixing mortar, handing it to my friend in a 5-gallon bucket underneath the house, and he's laying bricks underneath the
Wow.
house. So maybe I'm tired, but I did get a shower. And that first song that I played tonight, I've been playing that repetitively for like the last several days. I have barely even played anything else at all.
Huh.
Just that one song over and over, and trying to remember it, what I need to remember, and tweak out what I'm not sure needs to be changed and all that. Anyway, thank you very much.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Well,
And
it's a
now-
fun night, just us 4 guys.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
I
true.
mean, we miss the gals, but there's something nice having just men around too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we seem generally on tonight too, so that's
I thought
cool.
so.
Speaking of on,
I'm on. I'm more on than off, I think. Anyway, we're talking about losing people close to us or dear to us. Last Friday night at the Acoustic Friday Circle in Louisville, I played a song by the Zombies, and then a few days later, I heard that Rod Argent, the keyboard player and chief songwriter for the Zombies, had a stroke and had to suddenly retire. So he's only 79. So I'm trying to get all the music out of me I can while I still got time left. So,
I just want to note that this is in this crowd you could say only 79.
yeah. Yeah, I don't think in my daughter's crowd that would work out too well. But anyway. Oh, and waltzes, I'm actually working on a song right now because, Ace noticed I'd write a lot of stuff in 3/4 time, but it's all for the humorous effect, not for dancing. So I'm writing a song right now that I'm going to call the Serious Waltz. And so we'll see if that works out. So I'm actually, hadn't been playing, I've been trying to write a song for the Louisville Songwriter Challenge on the prompt of Sanctuary. I came up with something, and I came up with a great line, but the cadence is really strange. I don't know how I'll be able to match it with other phrases. So, oh, the perils of a songwriter. Anyway, this is based on a surreal experience I had about 5 years ago. Listening to mariachis at Waxy O'Connor's pub, iced tea, fish and chips, and mushy peas for grub, a combination solely found in this Texas pub, only in San Antonio. In fall of 1990, we first came here as a pair to see the Alamo, the Riverwalk, the Hemisphere, walking hand in hand, loving memories we share, just for us in San Antonio. To return many times with our family in tow, it grew on us more through the years, but none of us can live forever, I know, and your loss still brings me to tears. San Antonio's always a good idea, that's what we'd always say. Now I sit here on my own, remembering the day we'd come here together to rejuvenate and play together in San Antonio. I'm missing you in San Antonio. Deep within my heart, there's a melody.
Nice. Very nice. Nice. All right. Well, I guess that means I'm up. Holy cow. Oh, there I am. Yeah. Well, I'm going to do from something. I guess this is Texas. Yeah. This is another Texas song I was going after, Keith. But this is a song that I'm playing less that it's because it's about Texas, but it's because I know that it scandalizes Harry. And so as a result, because I know this will outrage Harry, I am going to do it. This is called Still Alive and Living in Texas. You ask me how I'm doing, I say better than before. The corporate crazy grime is washed away. But since I have some free time to remember who I am, let me drop a message and say, we're still alive and living in Texas. Here's a picture in the backyard with the dogs. We're still alive and live in Texas. Just old folks living high on the hog. They said it would be boring that we sit and watch TV, but there's so much more than that to being free. We're into new adventures, but we miss the ones we love. So join us on vacation and see that we're still alive and living in Texas. Here's a picture in the backyard with the dogs. We're still alive and living in Texas. Just old folks living high on the hog. Working for the man was uninspiring. I felt as though my soul was stuck in chains. Dealing with the whims of corporate stooges who everybody knew had shit for brains. We're still alive and living in Texas. Here's a picture in the backyard with the dogs. We're still alive and living in Texas. Just old folks living high on the hog. Just old farts living high on the hog. Or something to that effect. Sorry, Harry. I know he's outraged. So, if he says unkind things,
Here we go. I'm not going to say unkind things. I like that song. I like everything you do, Ace. I'm going to tell you all a little. It's not a story. I was watching YouTube the other day, and this little clip came on as Merle Haggard was being interviewed by somebody. I have to go back and find the video to get all the details, but he was whoever was doing the interviewing was asking Merle about the touring or whatever it was with Bob Dylan. They evidently they were pretty close for like 2 years, not personally, but they were like on the same tour or something. But they were kind of got to know each other. He said in 2 years' time, said he only had like two real conversations with Bob Dylan. He said he's kind of a weird dude, and whoever's doing an interview, and he wanted to know, well, what y'all talk about. And he said, well, said Bob had started playing keyboard when on stage, on concerts and playing piano. And one day he goes to to Merle, and he said, Merle, what do you think? And Merle said, well, think about what? And he said, well, what do you think about my music? And he said, well, what do you mean? What? He said, well, do you like my songs? And he said, well, yeah, but I'm not sure what you mean. He said, well, could you give me any advice? I said, what should I be doing different? What could I do to do better? And he said, do you really want me to tell you? You really want to know what I think? And he said, yeah, I want to know what you think. He said, I respect your opinion. I said, I want to know, what do you think about my music? He said, well, be honest. I'm going to tell you. He said, get rid of that piano, get your guitar, and start playing those songs that all these people came to hear you sing. And that was kind of the end of the conversation. But I thought there was a lot of wisdom in that. So, doesn't really apply to songwriters like us all that much, but I feel real guilty sometimes because I hadn't been writing very many songs, and all of us every now and then hit a spot where you kind of lose the muse and you wonder. But all of us have written enough songs that people kind of like some of them, and there ain't nothing wrong with playing songs over and over again. Because think of the top 40, how they play them every day, and people just love to hear those songs over and over and over, and all the old songs. So anyway. And I still haven't learned to play all my songs, some of them that I wrote 20 years ago. Anyway, it goes like, here, play another song here. Let's see what we're going to do here. And I didn't write this song, Buck Morgan did, but I arranged it and changed a few words. Reverend Jimmy Weaver was a true believer, drank iced tea at the bar, gave praise to his Redeemer. He sat there with his guitar, which I longed for from afar. His eyes found mine like some kind of Christian radar. That guitar made me bolder. A big blonde with round shoulders. He said, look away, pray you'll grow older. Jimmy loved to sing the gospel. He lived to praise the Lord. Kept a pistol in his pocket, a Bible in his beat-up Ford. Jimmy loved Jesus, but Jimmy loved trouble even more. Now Jimmy was a wheeler, bailed out a sex dealer, took him to church to meet his blessed healer. He was a bondsman and a preacher. To the son, he was a teacher, and as far as the girl, he'd do anything to reach her. She had troubles she couldn't outrun, doings that needed undone. She needed him now. Jimmy came and brought his gun. Jimmy loved to sing the gospel. He lived to praise the Lord. Kept a pistol in his pocket, a Bible in his beat-up Ford. Jimmy loved Jesus, but Jimmy loved trouble even more. Now Jimmy was disappointed when he learned he was the target. Squeeze the trigger, forgive and never forget. Squeezing that trigger is something he'll never forget. It's too late for mourning. He gives his blessings to the warden, and in his hands he holds the Bible. Not the good book you and I know. Jimmy loved Jesus, but Jimmy loved trouble even more. Jimmy loved to sing the gospel. He lived to praise the Lord. Kept a pistol in his pocket, a Bible in his beat-up Ford. Jimmy loved Jesus, but Jimmy loved trouble even more. Jimmy loved Jesus, but Jimmy loved trouble even more. Jimmy loved Jesus, but Jimmy loved trouble even more.
Great
Thank you.
song, great performance, man.
Thank you.
It's wonderful. Oh, he's here already. Yes, Mr. Bill, take it away.
Okay. Well, Harry, not only are you on a roll, but that is going to be hard to follow. And I haven't decided what I'm going to follow it with yet either. Let's see. Oh, wow.
Lubbock. You can follow it
Really?
with Lubbock. Yeah.
Okay. I haven't done that in a while. Let's see how that goes. I should have done it enough times I can do this. I knew it wouldn't be in Lubbock, Grand Junction, Colorado Springs. I'd not return to Denver, my people and my things. It wouldn't be in Greeley, it wouldn't be in Spain, could never be Fort Collins, I could never live there again. This reoccurring dream I have, I'm in my 20s, I'm confused. Should I go back to Hollywood from treasures I abused? It wouldn't be in Greeley, it wouldn't be in Spain, could never be forgotten now, I can never go back again. Should I not go back to college? Should I not have followed Kate? Could never be forgotten now, I can never go back again. Could we not go back to what we were? The beauty and the pain could never be forgotten now, I can never go back again. I can't afford Fort Collins, I could never live there again.
Man, that's a great song.
That was a great
Great
song.
song.
I need to play it for my brother. He lives in Delta.
Delta. That's close to Grand Junction, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep. I'm familiar
Just
with
around Grand Mesa.
Yeah, yep. My best friend from high school, and we've been friends all along high school reunions up to this very day. He lives in Grand Junction, but yeah, he and I played in a band together, and he plays regularly in Grand Junction.
Oh, that's great.
Dear
You should
friend
get
of
him to be on here on Zoom sometime.
I think I'm gonna post this show tonight. Things are going so well tonight. I think I'm gonna post this show. He'll see it, and I'll tag him. In fact, that's what I
Oh,
need
cool.
to do.
Yeah. And speaking of friends, Mr. Keith Dodson.
Hey, hey.
Sorry, Bill. There you go.
I'm working on it. Here we are.
Where's that tech? Somebody tell the tech, get over here.
Hey, he's got his mandatory break going on right now. So
Damn tech unions.
don't be saying that. They'll cut us off the air. Anyway, Ace did a Texas song. I'm going to do my Texas song. I have a number 2 with cheese all the way. What a size for here. And if there's money left over at an apple pie, my dear, this is the number 1 place for a Texas boy to find a little cheer. I'll have a number 2 with cheese all the way. What a size for here. I headed west on a 20 coming home from Savannah one night. I crossed the Texas state line, up ahead I saw a beautiful sight. The big orange W shining like an angel in the night. I crossed the Longview exit, I was gonna give myself a bite. I'll have a number 2 with cheese all the way, what a size we're here. Cause I've been driving all day and my appetite has made it clear. This is the number 1 place for a Texas boy to find a little cheer. I'll have a number 2 with cheese all the way, what a size we're here. Now Burger King and Wendy's and McDonald's, they just make me pout. As for In-N-Out, well, you can leave it out. Mayonnaise. Now it's Saturday night, I'm picking up my baby at her home. She's a hep, what a honey, she's in a league of her own. And a honey mustard chicken strip sandwich puts her in the zone. A strawberry shake and I'll never have to be alone. I'll have a number 2 with cheese all the way, what a size to go. Add a honey mustard combo with a shake and don't be slow. Don't be slow, cause my baby and me, we're going out to see a picture show. Don't you know, she's my Whataburger baby and I'm a Whataburger boy. Whoa, I'll number 2 with cheese all the way, what a size to go. Go cat go. I'll have a number 2 with cheese all the way, what a size to go. Just like you like it.
The maestro of food, the Texas Burger Man of the Year, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Keith Dodson. Well, thank you. Oh, yes, I guess I'm supposed to do something. Well, yes. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna, we're to some. I think it was Bill was talking about. Why not do stuff that you like to do, even though you might do it a few times too many and bore the hell out of your friends. They'll still like you, kind of. But anyway, this is one. This I wrote a few months ago, and I've been playing ever since, and it just brings back a good memory because it's the Dancing Marlin or the Leaping Frog or the whatever. But it's all about, what it is that we do. We play real music. gather round you neighbors. We're here to entertain, to gently nudge your funny bones and entertain your brains. There will be no auto-tune or fancy pyrotechnics. It's just us friends here together, getting down to basics. 'Cause friendship is the thing that makes us wanna sing. We're playing real music, the kind they used to play. We're playing real music, and we'll be around all day. We sure do appreciate your kind attention. We know that you have other things to do. We're glad to see the smile on your faces when you stop and let us play for you. So drop your 3D goggles and pull up a wooden chair. Let's dissolve the distance between here and there. This is not about the spectacle or the fancy clothes we're wearing. This is just handmade music, and it's our way of sharing. Because friendship is the thing that makes us wanna sing. We're playing real music, the kind they used to play. We're playing real music, and we'll be around all day. We're playing real music, the kind they used to play. We're playing real music, and we'll be around all day. There. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now we go to another man who was there all day and there all week. Mr.
I like
Harry
that.
Hewlett.
That was a real song.
Thank you, sir.
Good song. Hadn't done this in a while. I gave my heart to Jesus, just a little kid. Thought I'd go to heaven no matter what I did. The road was much too rocky, the hills were much too high. Lord help me if I find out I was wrong. Told a woman I loved her, wasn't long we had a child. Told myself, just keep going, that'd be better. Told myself, just keep going, that'd be better all alone. Lord help me if I find out I was wrong. I shot a man in anger, did not know his name. No way I could forgive him, much less know who was to blame. I got down on my knees, said a little prayer. Lord help me if I find out I was wrong. bright light, long dark tunnel, Jesus reaching out to me. Will it all turn into darkness or the devil in disguise? Lord, help me if I find out I was wrong. I gave my heart to Jesus, just a little kid. Thought I'd go to heaven no matter what I did. The road was much too rocky, the hills were much too high. Lord, help me if I find out I was wrong. Lord, help me if I find out I was wrong. Almost nailed it, but forgot the words.
That's a great song, a great new one. Oh,
Yes.
Need some work.
Everything does, man.
Well,
Have any of us ever finished a song?
you know, that's a great question, Keith. I've got, I think, 2 different versions of this one, and every time I think I have the definitive version, I think, no, I think it goes the other way. I think the definitive version, if I play it the way I intend to play it, will go like the way I'm going to play it. The way I intend to play it, it'll be. But there's some changes. But yeah, I got a bunch of songs that I'm just, darn it, I'm not absolutely certain.
I always tweak. Yeah, I always find something to tweak.
Yeah, and on top of that, I'm trying to memorize this stuff and
Yeah.
decide, is this the way it's going to go? Or, yeah, oh boy, oh boy. Anyway, y'all are familiar with this one. It's the story of sin and redemption. It takes place in the Old West. 3 older men and I went riding with intent to kill. The West was still untamed as yet, and there was blood to spill. They chose their victims carefully, those that deserved to die. 3 came to make the women hurt, I came to make them cry. 3 whole years we rode the desert, seeking what we could find. Fighting tricks the heat can play upon the weary mind. Then one day we pulled into a God-forsaken town. By the trough she stood, and there my memory reeled around. Faintly though familiar was she, God, was she the one? I looked into her dark brown eyes and realized what I'd done. Suddenly my blood turned hot, the corner of my eye revealed a gunman standing there with time for me to die. I could have been a dead man after all I'd done, why not? I don't remember clearly, all I know is no one shot. Later on they took me in and bandaged all my fears. They told me that they'd prayed for me in spite of bitter tears. They said they'd always known someday our paths would cross again. I never knew such love before, especially from them. Sunday morning never was another day for me, but something different happened there. Forgiveness set me free. I found the meaning of true love in spite of all the loss.
led me to the church and shared the meaning of the cross. I found the meaning of true love in spite of all the loss. They led me to the church and shared the meaning of the cross. I found the meaning of true love in spite of all the loss. They led me to the church and shared the meaning of the cross. After that, my life was never quite the same again. I understood the blood atonement and the price for sin. I found the meaning of true love in spite of all the loss. They led me to the church and shared the meaning of the cross. I found the meaning of true love in spite of all the loss. They'd led me to the church and shared the meaning of the cross. I found the meaning of true love in spite of all the loss. They'd led me to the church and shared the meaning of the cross.
That's an incredibly powerful song.
Yeah, it's very,
I think that's my favorite of yours.
certainly thought-provoking.
So you like the structure? There are two places.
Yeah.
At the end of the next to the last verse, I wanted to go. There's two different versions. I'd like to think what I did tonight was the definitive version.
Yeah, it works. I mean, it's a dreamlike logic, which is what it should be.
Well, good. I'm glad it's a keeper. All right, here's Keith.
All right. You ever been up? You ever been down? Have you ever had to choose between the two? Now I made a choice when I walked away. I guess you could say that I chose me over you. Sometimes the pain was all I'd feel, but it showed me just what was real. That good ain't gone. Good ain't gone. Good ain't gone. Good ain't gone. Well, some days it rained, some days it shone. Either way, you were still there on my mind. When this man was lost, wasting away, it was me that you were choosing all the time. Sometimes the pain was all I'd feel, but it showed me just what was real. The good ain't gone. Good ain't gone. Good ain't gone. Good ain't gone. Together again, this time for keeps. I'll never forget that I almost threw it away. Too precious to lose, how precious to have. Your love is the glue that keeps me here to stay. And sometimes the pain was all I'd feel, but your love showed me just what was real. 'Cause good ain't gone, good ain't gone, good ain't gone, good ain't gone.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. It really sticks in your mind too.
Thank
So
you.
that's great.
It's I keep going into my standard kind of country alternate bass there, and I don't really think it works well with the song. So I'm got to come up with something a little more subtle.
Interesting. Yeah, that makes sense.
But, this is actually written by myself and about a dozen other people in my first songwriting class about 12 years ago. So
Well, you did good.
we had a good effort there as a group.
All right. Well, that takes it to yours truly. Yeah, there I am. I'm betting that this is going to be the last round as I look at my clock here. And as a result, what I'm going to do, I was going to do something, kind of vaguely goofy and stuff. But everybody's been doing these serious, philosophic, thoughtful songs, and I don't want to break the mood. So this is one I like a lot that is one of those sweet, kind of vaguely philosophic songs. A sweet summer evening with the family I love. The soft fade of sunlight when the stars wake above. Listening to the warbling of a lone white-winged dove. That's all I really need. Dinner with our friends at the usual place. Endless laughing with the boys when they get on my case. Seeing a big smile enliven your face. That's all I really need. That's all I really need. The rest is just decoration, extra joys and celebration. Wherever life may lead, that's all I really need. The simplest joys are the brightest joys. They brighten the footsteps of life. The most precious facets of my world are the puppies and my wife. That's all I really need. The rest is just decoration, extra joys and celebration. Wherever life may lead, that's all I really need. That's all I really need. So just hug me a little closer before we go to bed. Kneel in, pet muffin, pet Bentley on his head, stopping to appreciate the lives we have led. That's all I really need. Kind of messed around with the rhythm a little bit. I don't know. It just, sometimes you just feel like doing something. So what can you do, So, in any case, thank you for listening to me.
I liked when you drifted into the swing.
Oh, cool. Thank you. I just felt it. I just felt that that's where it should go. So
I felt that's all it really needed.
That's all I really need.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, it's to Mr. Harry.
Okay, I guess this be my last song for the night. It goes like this. My sister don't like rednecks anymore. She don't like rednecks anymore. I told her you was my friend. She said that's got to end. My sister don't like rednecks anymore. She don't like rednecks anymore. No, she don't like rednecks anymore. She done told my mama too, and now daddy's got the blues. My sister don't like rednecks anymore. My sister don't like rednecks anymore. She don't like rednecks anymore. We kind of figure this whole thing started when she went off to junior college. My sister don't like rednecks anymore. Oh, she don't like rednecks anymore. She just don't like them rednecks anymore. She says we're better dead than red, and nothing else can be said. My sister don't like rednecks anymore. My sister don't like rednecks anymore. She don't like rednecks anymore. Well, so long, Bubba. Been nice knowing you. My sister don't like rednecks anymore. Ooh. Enough said.
Once they go off, you just don't know what to do with them, Speaking of going off, the man who's been everywhere, Mr. Belmore.
Well. This future time has been spoken of in Zechariah and in Daniel. There's a reference in Thessalonians in the New Testament, and there's obviously a lot of references in Revelation. There's a bunch of references in this time in the Old Testament. I'm going to do a really short version because we're kind of... Someday soon, but I don't know when, we'll be no longer where we've been. I can't say when and I can't say how, but you better be ready, I'm telling you now. Here's my warning, short and sweet. The one who saves you're going to meet. I can't say when and I can't say how, but you better be ready, I'm telling you now. 7 whole years of the tribulation, the covenant broken in the nation. Halfway through it'll terribly dawn, and they may see that salt and light's been gone. Believers alive will be taken up, and those who refrain will meet the cup. I can't say when and I can't say how, but you better be ready, I'm telling you now. Knees will bow and tongues confess Jesus is Lord, you'll be cursed or blessed. I can't say when and I can't say how, but you better be ready, I'm telling you now. 7 whole years in the tribulation, they'll drink the cup of indignation. Halfway through it'll terribly dawn, and they may see that salt and light's been gone. Here's my warning, short and sweet. The one who saves you're going to meet. I can't say when and I can't say how, but you better be ready, I'm telling you now. Knees will bow and tongues confess. Jesus is Lord, you'll be cursed or blessed. I can't say when and I can't say how, but you better be ready, I'm telling you now. Halfway through it'll terribly dawn, and they may see that salt and light's been gone.
Kind of caught me by surprise at the end there, you know. Bobbing along, and all of a sudden it stopped.
I've never played it that way before, but I've thought about it.
No, it's an interesting
idea is
it's
the
I know,
surprise.
I understand. It's an interesting idea. Speaking of a man who has a few interesting ideas to take us through this evening,
Well, now we
to
move
the end.
From the Old Testament into Matthew 13.
All
I
right.
haven't played this in a long time, so hopefully I'll remember how it goes. But it's one of the parables of Jesus. A farmer went to town just to buy some sacks of seed. The finest he could buy was his hoe. He loaded up his flatbed truck, all he would need, secured with a canvas top and a heavy rope. Now the rope that held that canvas down, it wasn't strong enough. It snapped under the strain of the heavy load. The canvas started slipping off when the road got rough. The sack fell out and burst out on the road. The good seed was wasted, the birds just wolfed it down. They were smashed by other cars and trucks headed back to town. Another sack flew off at the curve by Brushy Creek. The caliche-covered field was where it lay. Now some of that seed sprouted, but the soil was not too deep. It burned up in the sun on one hot day. One more sack came down as he crossed an overpass, ripped open by a barbed wire fence. Seed sprouted up in a field of Johnson grass, the tender shoots so choked out by the wind so dense. The good seed was wasted, the rocks and weeds prevailed. Some of the seed sprouted, in the end it failed. The farmer found some sacks were gone, he hoped it wouldn't hurt. He loaded up the rest in his drill. 200 acres planted in that Texas blackland dirt. The harvest it produced was quite a thrill. The rains were good, the sun was bright, no insects did appear. That harvest was the best he'd ever seen. 80 bushels to the acre, a bonanza for that year. The missing sacks did not make a scene. The good seed in the good soil made the harvest a success. The fields were white for harvest, and the farmer turned out blessed. Now, although I'm not a farmer, we can find some common ground. God's word is the good seed that I've got. I'll pray that it finds good soil as I scatter it around, and reap a riotous harvest on the spot. The good seed in the good soil makes the harvest a success. The fields are white for harvest, we all can turn out blessed. Oh, God's word brings on the hardest that it can.
Well, what a way to finish the night. My goodness, thank you. And,
You're on
So-
Gale Review now.
all right, well, I guess there's not much to say except for 4 people. I think we made a lot of music.
Yeah.
And so,
It was a good evening.
You could say last call for alcohol or something
yeah,
like that.
well,
And we could turn the lights up.
We don't have Alan here to play the
no,
closing.
he's with his sister, who for a picture on Facebook looked pretty good. So
All right.
that's good news. All right, well, good night, my friends. I will
Thanks for
see
hosting,
you.
Ace.
Oh, my pleasure as
Hey,
always.
y'all get a chance, come over to Opening Bell tomorrow night. I'm gonna go there and film it. We don't have anybody playing there. It's just gonna be Emmeline and.
Oh, okay,
whoever.
cool.
Oh, wow. Well,
Well, she's always
Emmeline's
good.
got 3 other people, a couple of writers or something. I don't know who they are, but it's somebody special. So
cool.
Cool.
I think I'll go over and film it.
I plan to be there.
Okay.
All right. See you all later.
Y'all
All
have a
right.
good one. Sleep
You too.
tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Adios.